edition of YouTube. I can't believe it's Christmas next week, and I know it's a little bit different this year because of pandemic, but we're still trying to like stick to our Christmas traditions and having fun. And one of them is actually Glögg, also known as mulled wine. So every year we have a mulled wine party here at our house with all our friends, and we have the mulled wine, and we have apple cider, and then we have gingerbreads and saffron buns. And this year, obviously, we can't have it because of the pandemic, but I'm gonna still invite you guys to this party and show you how I make glögg. So a couple of things what we're gonna use in this one. First is orange. We're gonna have some orange peels, and we're gonna have a little bit of orange juice in it that makes it that little bit like Christmassy flavor and taste, and adds a little bit of sweetness to it, a little bit of citrus. And of course, these cloves. Cloves is so Christmas for me. Now I'm gonna put these in, and they're gonna give that little more flowery flavor to it. So I'm gonna throw those in first. Couple of those. Recipe will be in the description. Okay, next we're gonna have a star anise, and this one is really nice, and look how pretty it is. Look at that. And it has like a really flowery, little bit almost licoricey flavor, but don't worry, it's not gonna taste like licorice. But this is so winter for me, and it's pretty. So I'm gonna throw one of those in. Okay, next is gonna be cinnamon. Cinnamon for me, it is that really comfort smell, like comfort food for me. So you know, it's just a cinnamon stick, and I'm just gonna kind of try to break that in half and throw it in. Next, we're gonna put in some wine. Now, don't go for some really expensive wine, but if that's what you have, but I just bought some really cheap wine, and we're gonna put that in. And you're gonna put in some orange peels, like that, and then a little bit of squeeze of orange. And then the last thing, we're gonna put a little bit of sugar in. Now you can put in any sugar. I like a little bit of a light brown sugar. And you wanna make this a little bit sweet, a little spicy, a little tart, and we're also gonna add some ginger, only because I like ginger, and it gives it like a nice little zing into it. So I'm gonna throw that in too. And it's really super important that you don't boil your mulled wine. You just want to simmer it so it can like simmer all those beautiful spices, and you want to simmer for about, I would say 5 to 10 minutes, and then just keep it warm. Okay, so I'm also going to show how to make a non-alcoholic, because obviously when we have our Glühwein party or mulled wine parties or glögg, whatever you want to call them, we have a lot of kids. So this is what I make with apple juice. Now you can also make it with cranberry juice, and that would kind of be like a mulled wine, but my kids really like apple juice, and this is actually apple juice that we made ourselves from the peels of our apples that we picked last year. So this is our last bottle. So I'm gonna take one bottle of that. It kind of smells like really like apples. It's amazing. Okay, we're also gonna put in ginger, couple of orange peels, give it a little squeeze of orange in here too, couple of cloves, because apples and cloves go really hand in hand, and a cinnamon stick, because you know, apples and cinnamon can't be without them. Now, I do not tend to add any sugar to mine, because I feel like it's really sweet enough, and my kids don't like it super sweet, but you can add some sugar to that too if you like it a little bit more sweeter. So anyway, this one looks like it's done. So let's